Good morning, brothers and sisters. It is currently 8:32 a.m. Central Standard Time on February 4th, 2022. I hope our wonderful Creator is keeping you well and safe wherever you are in the world. And I've really been debating on doing this video, but it's starting to drive me nuts. There's a gentleman out there who I'm not sure if he has well intentions. I think he does, and his ego or his pride is just way too strong for him to admit facts or truth, and I'm about truth. And when I see someone spreading fear for views, it really drives me nuts. I'd rather someone like myself just say the truth. I don't, and this individual is monetized. I am not. I do not do monetized. Probably will never, even if I get 500,000 subs. I want to try and keep this as a free platform, because I think the truth should be free. I don't think, I don't think it should be a paid for ordeal. But anyways, right here we are at Planets Today, or I think Planets Today, yeah, planetstoday.com, okay? And we're looking at today. Here's the Earth, here's Venus, here's Mercury, Sol, like our soul, but the Sun, okay? And we are actually lined up with Saturn. Ooh, that's why there's a lot of stuff going on right now. But anyways, Venus is in the morning sky, early morning sky. We will see Venus, okay? Now, when we're looking at Venus, it is going to look a little off. Okay, it's not going to be a full round planet. It's going to look like a crescent. Okay, and now as we can see here, we can see where it's at. We got Earth, Venus, Mercury, Sol. So now we'll go over here to Solar System Scope, and sure enough, concur Earth, Venus, Mercury, Sol, just like that. Same as here, only just looking at it from over here, it would look like this. Okay, so do you see how this side is lit? So we're only seeing part of Venus. Okay, but it's getting really close, and once Mercury completely gets out of the way, it's going to be at its closest approach here very soon. So we're going to the Sun, so it's going to get really bright. It's going to be even brighter around February 9th. Okay, and I've been trying to explain this to people. The channel is Nick Thomas TV, and I actually follow him. And he shows a lot of stuff from like UFOs. He was covering La Palma very well. He also shows meteors that are coming out of the sky, which is fantastic. But every time he starts talking about Nemesis or Nibiru, I'm always on there just telling him, look, and I tell everybody, go get a Skyview app. It's free. Or come here to Solar System Scope. Or even better, you can come here to solarweather.com. Okay, here we are, looking at it right here. Now check this out. This was from January 8th, and I was letting him know the horns of Venus are almost touching. For the past few weeks, Venus has been transforming itself into a crescent as the planet passes between Earth and the Sun. Now, the horns of the crescent are almost touching. Okay, so this Venus is always in the morning sky. It's called the morning star. Okay, now in November and December, even all the way back into October, it's in the evening sky. But as it rotates around, it turns into the morning sky, being the morning star. In the fall time, it's called the hunter's star. So many guys have wished upon, let me get a buck before it gets too dark. I've done it. Okay, I'm from Michigan. I'm a hunter, but I'm also very much into the planets and stars, the rotations, how they move. So this is something that it needs to be put to rest. When you guys get up early in the morning before the sun rises, if you happen to look up and you see the brightest star, it's going to be Venus. Okay, now when you're looking through a scope, this is what Venus looks like. Remember what I was showing you, the light side, because now it's to the right of us, it's ahead of us, and this is what you're going to see. It's still a crescent. From Earth's view, this is what it looks like through a telescope. So in the morning sky, you're going to see Venus, but Mars is going to be here off to the right, and then you've got the star Antares over here. So you're going to see this in the morning. You'll see Venus and Mars in the early morning sky, okay? On February 9th, Venus will be at its brightest, and then it will slowly start to dim as we progress, as we continue in our rotation around the sun, and it will not be as bright. In fact, it won't be as super bright again until like July of 23. It'll just slowly start dimming down, okay? Now, I've tried to inform Nick about this last year. I was like, look, it's in the evening sky. It's going to transfer and be in the morning sky come January. Sure enough, I was right, almost like I predicted it. Why? Because I follow their paths. I know what they do. So, people, please don't. I'm not trying to start a war or a fight with another individual on another channel. I'm really not. but I'm trying to clear up misinformation because it's really quite annoying when someone just continuously keeps hammering away at something that is false. Is Nemesis out there? Yes, our second sun, its name is Nemesis. It is there, but it's not that. That's Venus. Nemesis is at our sun now. I've shown several videos of it being around our sun and it being pushed off. So this is clearly not Nemesis. Now on February 26th, for those of you that get up early before the sun comes up, before the sun's light starts to come across the horizon, so let's say between, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. If you get out in the morning, you're going to see, on February 26th, you'll see the moon over here, a nice crescent moon, and then to the left of it, you'll see Venus, and then just south of Venus, you will see Mars. Okay, this is a regular rotation. I mean, this is nothing out of the ordinary. And this is the star Antares. Okay, so now let's get on to some space weather now that we've put that at rest. Okay, I'm not saying to go over there and start giving him crap by any means, but the more people that are saying that kind of straighten him out, and and even telling some of the other people, no, that's Venus, because right now there's so much disinformation that's going around and floating around to keep people confused, and it's not right. And I'm a person where if somebody can actually show me something or let me know something, and you can give me a link, provide to me something to research to prove me wrong, I'll actually go and research it. And if I'm wrong, I'll come back and do a video saying, hey, guess what? I was wrong. I have no problems doing that because I don't know everything. I don't. But to be humble enough to say I don't know everything, and say, oh, instead of, oh, no, that's not Venus. That's ignorance. That's ego. And I don't let my ego run my life. I let my love run my life, my heart. And we need to all start doing that. And that's why love is the only way forward, to live in your heart, not your ego. And this will be on February 27th. The moon will be down here. Once again, a crescent moon, but it'll be down here early in the morning. Okay? So the 26th it was up here. The 27th it'll be down here. When you actually study the rotations of the Earth, the moon, and the other planets, you kind of know where they're going to be. And I mean, you can even look this stuff up. You can go and research this, go to images, and you'll find these images. This is not hard to do. Now we're jumping over here to spaceweatherlive.com, and we need to start keeping our eyes out for 2941, the sunspot that is coming around the limb. As I've shown you guys in before, that is actually a large active region that is coming around our sun right over here. And as I've shown you guys on this bugger here before, you can see that there's a lot of activity going on. But let me show you what I mean by activity. Over here on Space Weather Prediction Center, NOAA.gov, we are looking right here at our auroras. Right now, auroras are actually doing pretty decent in their color, so if you happen to be an aurora watcher, by all means, this is your time. Canada, you actually were lucky and you got some red mixed in with the yellows and greens, so lucky for you. And then over into northern Russia, you guys definitely got some red going on there. So good for you guys. That's always exciting. But now, what I was telling you about with the sunspot group that's over here coming, watch what happens right here. This right here is LASCO C3. Watch this bad boy. There is a huge, long duration of event of a coronal mass ejection just spewing out. Look at that. That is a big old nasty beast. I mean, looking from the time it started right around here, 1600 yesterday, all the way up to 842. Still just coming out. That is a long duration event. So let's hope that thing starts to settle down before it comes our way, huh? Our planetary K index is actually showing from yesterday. We had those that 6 hours of KP5, and we came down and then kind of up a little bit, and then down and then up. So it looks like our magnetic fields are starting to recover a little bit, and the plasma is starting to dissipate. Now this is our KP index chart for prediction. It looks like for today we're going to be in 4s and 3s. Might jump down into 2, but come back up into 4s and 5s over the next couple of days, folks. So yippee-ki-yay. And then as we're looking at our ACE, MAG, and SWEEP ham, we can see our BZ and BT, BZ being red, BT being white. Look at it as our north and south pole, okay? If you want to do it, look at it that way. And you can see our magnetic field is just kind of bouncing from taking that plasma smacks. And I don't know if it went off the charts here and then kind of came back, but anything below -6, we're going to start having geomagnetic storms. Now, down here, it looks like we've got all the way to 10, -10, so and +10, so they were further apart. So we're we were definitely in some activity, and it looks like it's bouncing back up, and this one's bouncing back down, so they're starting to come closer together. So we are on the recovery. Now here we're looking at our D region absorption prediction chart, okay, and from what we have actually already received. Now if you look, it is consistent radiation. You see that right there? That was a little C flare, just a little guy, where we took about 17 decibels of X-ray radiation. Okay, now we're living in upper B, lower C, constant radiation of flares. Okay, so and it's been that way. Let me come back over here to spaceweatherlive.com, and I'll show you here. So the green down here, this is the B flare. You can see the B and the C. So we're living right here. Our baseline from the sun is upper B to lower C. Okay, and then every once in a while we get this little pop. We seen that pop that was right here, that boop, when it got kind of light. Now over here ones, and then a few days prior to that we had that M flare. So it is starting to like dance here, but hopefully I would rather it stay here instead of like coming up here, because we've been up here and living at high seas. Remember, folks? That's when we end up getting an X flare out of everything. We're over here at ISWA, and the first thing we're going to take a look at is we're actually going to zoom in here on 193 angstroms. Okay, because we can once again see our mothership coming in at 7 o'clock, right around 7 o'clock. But as I advance, I want you guys to notice, see it in the top right? See how it starts to get dim as it's moving into place? It starts to block the light out. But pay attention here. This little sunspot here is going around the limb. He's a wee grumpy. He's a wee grumpy because he didn't throw any big ones at us, so he's kind of starting to throw a fit, and he's spitting them off now. So there's the mothership coming in, blocking us again at 7 a.m. for the last 7 days, 8 days. And here it is coming off. Poop. And it's gone. But keep an eye on this region now. You'll see it kind of spitting and sputtering. See, she's a wee grumpy. She's a wee grumpy. She wanted to be able to produce more. So let's check him out over here. And we'll see him spitting off there. See that? It's quite active. Now this is the one we need to watch out for. Now this one's leaving us as it's spitting and sputtering and starting to throw a fit, but this one's throwing a fit coming in. And look at how large these filaments are coming off the southern limb here. So yep, sunspots are definitely increasing. This is going to be interesting. Now as we come over here to the 304 and we give a little look, we'll see the plasma coming off. Now these are not earth facing. This right here is, we're like right here, but we're south of the equatorial plane of the sun. So we're more like down here. So this is going off this direction. It is not going to affect us. Okay, so that's always a good thing. Alright, so stay safe out there, folks. Make sure you keep your eyes open. And remember, no fear, and love is the only way forward.